Ito ang Broad Streamcast Communicators, ang naiiba at kakaibang plataforma sa digital broadcast. Mula Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao hanggang sa iba't ibang dako ng mundo. Broad Streamcast Communicators, ang sandigan ng sambayanan mula sa walang labis at walang kulang na pagbabalita, paglilingkod, maglalahad ng mga mapagbuong komentaryo at usaping pambayan para sa kapakanan ng karamihan. Broad Streamcast Communicators, tuwirang maglilingkod ngayon hanggang sa susunod na henerasyon. Buhay Online, chikahan at kalamang pangkabuhayan. Ating tunghayan, pakinggan at tuklasin ang mga pangyayari at kaganapan sa mundo ng online. Buhay Online, chikahan at kalamang pangkabuhayan. Alamin ang pinaka-latest trends mula sa trabaho at kung hanggang saan na ang narating ng teknolohiyang ito. At ngayon, narito na ang ating host, ang ating Techie Mami, si Jaye C. Bautista.
Hi everyone! Happy Thursday! Magandang umaga po. I'm sorry, late ako. Trying to just fix some technical constraints here, no? Kasi techie mami nga ako pero for some reason meron akong hindi magawa dito sa aking setup. Kasi my son's not here, you know, he always assists me. But anyway, hello, happy Thursday everyone. Magandang umaga po. At least a little bit malamig today. And of course, alam niyo po, nandito pa rin po ako sa Pampanga. Tapos 'di ba, yung Mount Pinatubo, nagkaroon tayo ng mga alerts on the phones regarding the eruption of Mount Pinatubo. Hindi naman for concern, okay? Lang, at least hindi masyado, okay? Hindi masyado. So, of course, on the news palagi nowadays, right, is yung tungkol sa bagong virus na ito, na Omicron. Yung pangalan naman, Omicron, parang Sonitrinitron, parang transformer yung dating ng name ng virus na ito. But anyway, it's a little bit alarming because parang just when we feel like things are starting to be a little bit normal, di ba? As far as the restrictions are concerned, ito na naman, may bago na naman, no? And every time there's a variant, parang they're saying that it's more contagious or it's more fatal yung effect, right? Nitong virus na ito. I mean, really. But like we're saying, no, they're still trying to learn how it is, okay? Kung ganong severe tong effect nitong bagong variant nito. But one thing for sure that they said was that yun na nga, yung symptoms niya wala halos, right? Except for pagsakit ng katawan, and it directly goes down to your lungs. It doesn't pass through the nasal passages or whatever, or sa throat na pwede mong i-contain doon. Sabi nila ito ay diretso sa lungs mo. But anyway, I hope that it's not so, okay? Sana naman, itong Delta variant nga, we're still dealing with it right now. Ito na namang bagong South African virus na to, okay? So yeah, so what do we have as far as tech news is concerned? Well, of course, new gadgets, new apps, okay, are on the rise. Tapos, no, merong with regards naman to the face masks na hindi na face shield na hindi na kailangan gamitin, you know, I have there's news about that. Diba kasi ang daming mga bumili ng face shield, hindi na natin kailangan yan in most places. Pero here in the Philippines, we still need to wear the face shield when we go inside the mall, when we go to public places, right? So, doon naman sa mga bumiling marami, ano raw ang pwede nilang gawin, no? What are they gonna do about those face shields, right? Well, okay, there's a what to do with face shields. Well, sabi nila, on an article published in Manila Bulletin by Faith Agoncino, sabi niya, you should send those face shields to art crafters who recycle them, right? Craft makers, fashion are now in the process of upcycling face shields, okay? So, instead of adding to tons of garbage nga naman, those upcycled face shields are made into, anong magagawa doon? Sa mga face shield na yon, pwedeng gawin. Di ba kasi yung yung murang face shield, yung malambot yung plastic. Yung mga iba naman kasi na parang fashion, yung matitigas yung plastic. So those upcycled face shields can now be made into notebook covers, journal kits, or bookmarks, or specimen cards. Yan daw ang pwedeng gawin, right? So what do we do with the tons of face shields that have been or will soon be discarded because they are not mandatory anymore? Well, those plastic sheets and plastic earpieces add to the garbage pile. Tsaka, di ba, makaka-harm yan sa ating mga oceans. So, mabuti pa, creative crafts that upcycle those plastic sheets are already finding their way to online shops. So, yan to. Talaga, i-google nyo. Nire-recycle na tong mga face shield na to. While the number of upcycled crafts is still minuscule or a little bit lang, compared to the quantity ng face shields that have been discarded since those were made mandatory personal protective gear, the initiatives are getting attention, okay? Who knows? It may start a gift fad for Christmas, giving something that has not added to the tons of garbage now choking our waterway system. So, huwag nyo itatapon yung ganyan magkakalat na naman, right? So, instead of throwing the face shields away, di ba? For art and environment enthusiasts shared recycling ideas to prevent pollution from these plastic gears, okay? You may either copy itong mga idea na to or donate your discarded face shields para magawa nilang project, okay? Ito, isa, okay? I will show you kung ano yung pwedeng gawin, right? I'm gonna have to grab pictures, all right? Please bear with me. Ito yung mga pwedeng gawin, alright? Hold on a second. Ano nangyari? Hold on, please. Okay. Alright. There you go. Ito yung mga pwedeng gawin. How cool is that, right? I'm just gonna grab it and show you yung mga items na pwedeng magawa sa inyong mga face shield, alright? Face shields. Okay, hold on please. Please bear with me. I would like to welcome our friends to the show, whoever's watching. Hindi ko nakikita yung pangalan. Thank you very much for joining. Okay. All right. Okay. So let me just grab it, no? These are some of the things that we can get, no? Or we can do with the face shields na i-discard lamang natin kasi because, instead of throwing it and adding to the garbage, right? Wag, no? Ayan, see, look at this, okay? These are some of the things na pwedeng gawin, alright? Sa face shield yan galing, ha? Ayan, okay? So going back to what I was talking about, right? To recycle the face shields, right? Cizel, a 21-year-old Caloocan resident and owner of small online craft store Buho Samples, said that a friend gave her the idea of recycling using face shields for her handmade art journaling kits. Okay, a friend gave me the idea to recycle a used face shield, and I tried using it on my artsy thing. The result is so pretty, and I am now considering listing the items I crafted on my shop. Ito ang sinabi niya, ayan, no? Okay, ito yung mga example, right? Iba-iba eh. Ito pa. Papakita ko pa sa inyo yung mga ibang pwedeng magawa, right? Cool. Aside from that, okay, ayan, nakita natin, right? You just have to be really creative about it. Okay, here's another one, all right? Okay, pasensya na please, bear with me. Sorry, we are live, that's why we're doing it para na rin makita. Okay, face here. All right, here it is. Ayan pa, okay? See, these are the things that you can do. Oh my gosh. What happened? Yan. O, ayan yung mga pwede natin gawin with the face shields, alright? Okay, there you go, right? So, yeah, recycle yung mga face shield, no? Kesa itatapon sa dagat. So, sabi ni Zell, she created specimen cards too. And journaling kits, okay? These die-cut specimens are decorations and designs crafters like her use for packaging orders and art journal kits. Aside from these small cards, she also plans to create bookmarks and keychains out of worn face shield sheets due to their sturdy material. Oh, ayan, no? Just to make sure, I already made a poll about their thoughts on using recycled face shields. If my customers are comfortable with the idea, I'm planning to sanitize the face shields using a clean towel, Lysol, and alcohol. Pwede ring gumawa ng handmade journals. Okay? Ay, ang gaganda naman ito. I should show you. See, pwedeng gumawa ng handmade journals. Yung plastic, no? Ang daming pwedeng magawa. My gosh, right? I should show you all because dapat kasi gawin ng slideshow. But anyway, yeah. There are so many things that you can do with the plastic face shield, based on this, okay. Ito, hold on a second. Because you can be very creative about it instead of throwing it in the ocean at magkalat, right? So, yan ang atong mga ideas for you to recycle the face shield. Hello, I cannot see the names of the people. I just see it popping up yung mga hearts or whatever thing. But I can't see the name. Whoever is watching me, I'm sure Tita Agnes Lakap is there. Ayan, no, ang ganda. See? See, these are the things that you can do with a face shield plastic. All right? And this idea is coming from tong si Zell. She's the owner of a small business, an online craft store called Bujo or Bujo, Bujo Samples, okay? So a friend gave her the idea to recycle the face shield and she's been crafting it in her shop. Yan yung mga naisip niyang gawin, okay? Using face shields to create die-cut specimens. Zell created the specimen cards. These die-cut specimens are decorations and design crafters like her. They use it for packaging their orders. So, ginawa niya yan. Handmade journals, okay? Tapos, ito naman si Catherine, 28 of Rizal Province, shared that she plans to recycle the used face shields since she has already tried using acetate films for her handmade journal designs. An acetate film is the same material used for face shield sheets. Yung acetate, di ba, ginagamit natin yan sa eskwela project. Yung para sa projector, right? We print there so that we can put it on the screen. Hello there, Cynthia Busted. Good morning to you too. Thank you for your support palagi. Happy Thursday to you, Cynthia. Okay, so yan, ginagamit din yan sa yung acetate, no? Catherine tried several ideas itong sa acetate films. According to her, She plans to apply these ideas to worn face shields she collected. She already created the washi sample holder, crafted the films with acrylic paint to embellish journals, and used heat embossing stamps to add elegance and texture to her art journal designs. Okay? So yan, no? Ang gaganda talaga. Ang dami-daming pwedeng gawin. Right? So, so yan. They use the face shields to repurpose into a bookmark and notebook cover. Okay? Pwede rin siyang bookmark at notebook cover. Okay? Alright? Pwede siyang uh, bookmark at notebook cover din. Right? Gusto nyo makita? Alright, sige. Ano lang kayo, patience lang po at papakita ko. I have to grab it as it comes. Okay? Ayan o, ang ganda. This is a cover naman. Right? Hold on a second. This is made by Catherine. Okay? How nice. See, there's a lot of things that, the art crafters can do with this mga used face shields, right? So, all we have to do is be creative about it. And ito nga, perfect para sa mga art crafters, nakahanap sila ng paraan para wag masayang tong mga to, right? Because, kesa itapon sa dagat, right? Ayan, oh, ang ganda. Look at this. Alright? See? Alright? So the last one that I popped up in the screen, okay, is what si Catherine, she made decor, bookmarks, and notebook covers out of it, okay? She already crafted the films with acrylic paint. So pinipinturahan niya to embellish the journals and use heat embossing stamps to add elegance and texture to her art journal designs. Ayan o. Okay, this is a repurposed into a bookmark and notebook cover. Si Isabel naman from Caloocan, who is the owner of Artosano online art shop to is not new to the idea. For face shields that people may stop using, I tried repurposing them into decorations, bookmarks, and notebook covers for notebooks, creating for personal use. Isabel explained that she polished the notebook covers using sandpaper to achieve her preferred rough texture. Okay, she cut her desired measurement from a worn face shield for the bookmarks and added minimal designs and wax seals. Okay, all right. So yan, itong nakikita nyo, ayan ang mga gawa nila, right? Ayan oh, mga notebook cover. Okay, mga bookmarks. Yan ang mga ginawa nila sa face shield. Mga gamit na face shield. O, syempre, sinanitize muna, alright? Pwede rin siyang Eco Warrior. Why? How? How can you make it an Eco Warrior? Where? Face shield, sheets, and box crafted to an organizer. Pwede siyang face mask, or tissue holder, alright? Ayan, ito, ayan pa. Pwede rin siyang tissue holder. Paano? Gusto nyo makita? Alright. Ano lang, patience ulit. Papakita ko ulit. Alright? Wait a minute. Okay, pwede rin siyang tissue holder or face mask holder. Paano? Ito, okay? Ito siya, oh. Okay, it can be made into a tissue box, all right? Tissue box holder, a tissue holder, or we call this face mask holder, right? Exactly. So let's get it naman. Pakita ulit. Gusto niyo makita kung anong itsura. Alright. Oops, sorry. Ay, mali. Sorry. Anyway, ayan, imagine nyo na lang, pwede siyang tissue holder rin, right? Yung ginawa nila, ni-recycle ulit. Kaya naman pala. Okay? Nagkamali ako ng kinuha. Ito. One more time with feelings, okay? Sorry, bear with me. Hello there, Cynthia. Yung name mo lang, hindi ko makita yung mga ibang names. So yeah, so you can recycle, all right, the face shields na used, okay, into different things. Ayan, tissue holder, okay? Ayan, oh, ang gaganda. So yeah, you can make it into notebook covers, all right, templates for designs. There you go, oh. See, pinake niya yung plastic. And here's the tissue holder, okay? Ayan, oh, tissue holder. Right? Ayun yung plastic sa taas. Right? Ayan. So yeah. So, uh, that's what it is. Okay, tissue holder naman. Right? So, using the face shield sheet, okay, and box crafted into an organizer, a face mask holder, or tissue holder. Okay? Si Verns naman, a registered nurse from Rizal, calls herself an eco-warrior who has advocated for the betterment of nature for more than a decade. Paano naman niya ginawa? Sabi niya, I repurposed the face shields boxes as organizers and used the face shield sheets as glass on top. I also utilized the used face mask for seedlings. Sa pagpa-plant naman. All materials are being washed and disinfected before I work on them. She shared dito sa interview ng Manila Bulletin, dito sa mga tao, itong mga art crafters. According to Burns, the boxes she crafted can be used for gift packaging, pen organizers, okay, face mask holders and tissue holders, like itong pinapakita ko, no? The 30-year-old nurse said she has incorporated her love for arts and crafts in helping out the environment. She plans to showcase her handmade recycled items by putting up her own Facebook page to encourage other crafters and eco warriors like her to do the same, right? Uh, More than a week ago, the Interagency Task Force for Emerging Infectious Diseases, or IATF, lowered the National Capital Region's NCR alert level from 3 to 2. Sa Muntinlupa, sa Manila, Cebu, and Binyan, Laguna, were the first cities that lifted the use of face shields, okay? On November 15, President Rodrigo Duterte announced that all people living in areas under levels 1 to 3 no longer need to wear face shields outside their homes, okay? Hindi na kailangan, alright? So, itong ating pinag-usapan ngayon ay kung paano itong mga craft makers are now in the process of upcycling face shields, right? Okay? Instead of adding the tons of garbage, okay? We should either donate it para itong mga art crafters na ito na nag-pull together will upcycle these face shields. At ito yung mga iba-ibang paraan po, okay, ng pag-design yan. Kasi itong mga sinabi ko dito sa taas, right? Okay? So there you go, right? So you can make it into notebook covers, we can make it into the top of organizers or tissue boxes, and decor, alright? Okay? Very good. So, pwede ko na silang alisin. Okay? To give way to more balita and more information on technology, alright? So, let's just set them aside here. Okay? Alright. Okay. So, yan ang pwedeng magawa sa face shield, no? Huwag niyong gawing basura, gawin niyong pangpaganda ng inyong bahay, ng inyong mga gamit sa pag-aaral at pagtatrabaho. Alright? Okay. So, next item on the plate is, okay. Okay, patong-patong na yan. Ang gulo ng aking screen. Pasensya na. Alright, so, can I just remove this na nga lang? Okay. Alright. Okay, so yeah. So na lang natira dyan. Anyway, so more news, of course, on technology, right? Um, regarding, of course, the Omicron virus, okay, yan ang kinakatakutan ngayon, pero we just have to just keep on uh, following the rules that we have here sa Pilipinas about safety protocols on the virus, okay? So now, um, excuse me, I don't have water. Okay, uh, there's okay, the use of illegal repeaters continue to cause major disruptions dito sa atin sa Pilipinas, sa ating mga mobile signal and connectivity sa internet. Kasi, alam nyo, di ba, maraming na bumibili ngayon ng repeater para ma-extend or kunyari, yun na nga, yung PLDT kasi may ginagawa silang booster. Nakakabit mo kung 3 floors kayo or 2 floors kayo, you have to just connect that para yung signal mo sa baba maabot din sa taas. Pero ngayon nga kasi yan, use of illegal yan. It's called illegal repeaters, okay? And that's the reason why there's cause for major disruptions tsaka yung signal humihina dahil dito sa mga colorum na or illegal repeaters na ito, okay? All right, so this is what's the news here. Use of illegal repeaters, okay, continue to cause major disruptions. All right, it continues to cause talaga naman yung interruptions natin dahil dito sa mga illegal repeaters na ito. Okay, so ano ba to? Okay, I will show you, okay, a picture of kung ano to. Kung ito yung na-order niya na ito o meron kayong ganito o yung kakilala nyo has something like this, right? This is how it looks, okay? All right. I will show you signal booster repeater, okay? Sorry because I didn't have time to put it all on the screen because before I have work to do kasi before the show, okay? Repeater, okay? Sorry. Okay. All right, let's do this. Okay, I'm gonna just put it up so that you know what I'm talking about. These are illegal and parang in the old days, of course, yung term na colorum, right, comes to mind, right? And ayan, okay, this is the repeater, all right? If meron kayong nakakabit na ganyan or alam nyo kung merong nagkabit ng ganyan, yan ang repeater, okay? Ayan, to make it bigger, there it is. Does it look familiar, guys? That is the signal booster or the repeater, okay? Illegal po yun, yung mga nabibili niya na order sa Lazada or sa Shopee, okay? Illegal repeaters are being sold rampantly on social media sites, on e-commerce, online shopping websites, and in physical electronics and communication stores all over the country. Gusto lang nating paalam na these devices indiscriminately amplify the signal from a cell tower and hog the signal that's meant to be shared with others, okay? As a result, okay, users of illegal repeaters get boosted signals while others experience poor, interfered, or non-existent mobile service. Naapektuhan po yung mga nagbabayad ng kanilang internet. This situation is troublesome for those who need to make calls and even life-threatening to some, especially during disasters and emergencies. Okay? Yun po, no? Delikado po ito. Nakaka-impede ng communication. Hello, thank you for the hearts. I don't see the names. Hi, hello, Miss Angelica Paz. Hi, welcome to the show. Repeaters are considered illegal, okay, especially when it's imported into the country without proper permits from the National Telecommunications Commission or NTC. The sale, purchase, and possession and use are prohibited in the Philippines, ha? Ayan, alamin nyo lang po, yung mga bumibili na order niya sa Lazada, sa Shopee, na repeater, na pangpaboost, pangpabilis ng signal ng internet nyo, please. it is illegal. Okay? Pero syempre, marami na pong nakalusot. Marami nang nakabili, right? Happy Thursday, Miss Angelica. Marami nang nakabili nitong repeater na ito na pangpa-boost ng wifi nyo, pangpabilis. Illegal po ito. Sinasabi ko lang po sa inyo ngayon, right? Because it interferes with the regular signals of people na nagbabayad na ng gano'n ng internet nila. Nakaka-interfere po. Nakaka-impede ng kanilang speed, right? So, the NTC. Okay, my throat is so dry. Wala akong water. Oh my gosh. That was coffee. Ang tamis. Hi. NTC has reiterated paulit-ulit na sinasabi na the widespread interference these illegal repeaters cause and have partnered with operators like Globe for appropriate action that includes routine inspections and confiscation of devices through a show cause order sent to establishments or owners that are found in possession of these devices. So yan ha, daw kayo ha, magkakaroon na ng parang sigurong spot checking or random checking ng mga suspected na merong repeaters or whatever sa kanilang mga tahanan. Meron ng order, it's called a show cause order. Ano ba to? Mandated ba to? Na para to check kung meron kayong mga kinakabit na device, right? Under NTC, ito na. Under NTC Memorandum Order number 01022 01-02-2013, only licensed CMTS operators, the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council, and other government agencies involved in national security or safety are authorized to purchase, import, possess, and use such devices. Hi there, Jake. Hello there. Kisses to you guys. Yun na nga ang sinasabi. So sila lang, yung CMTS, National Disaster Risk Reduction, yung NDRRMC, yung nag-i-intrude sa ating mga cellphone na ng mga emergency, sila lang ang pwedeng bumili nitong mga device na ito or repeaters, okay? Illegal repeaters come in the form of indoor or outdoor antennas and wireless adapters that boost network coverage and signals by means of hogging bandwidth from a globe cell site or a smart cell site for that matter, right? As a result, such devices interfere with airwaves and interfere with mobile signals, okay? For other customers within the immediate vicinity of the booster and served by the interfered cell site. In other words, binablock nito yung signals nitong mga normal na mga household na walang repeater na ganyan. Ginagamit nila, of course, kung ano yung binabayaran nilang speed. Pero kasi ito nga itong so to speak na ito na repeater is supposed to boost the speed now, right? Speed it up. So, para bumilis yung internet nyo, kaso nga, ninanakawan nyo naman ng bandwidth yung mga ibang tao, right? Na walang ganyan, right? So, it is illegal, okay? Okay, so I repeat, illegal repeaters come in the form of indoor or outdoor antennas and wireless adapters that boost network coverage and signal by means of hogging bandwidth from a globe cell site or a smart cell site. As a result, such devices interfere with the airwaves and interfere with mobile signals for other customers within the immediate vicinity of the booster and served by the interfered cell site. While we continue to expand the network to deliver first world connectivity to Filipinos, itong sabi ng Globe, these efforts will be hindered if illegal repeaters remain in use and will continue to interfere with and degrade mobile network communications. Ito ang sabi ni Manny Estrada, Globe Head of Technology and Strategy Service Integration. So, if you suspect, okay, kung kayo po ay meron kayong suspetsa that the presence of illegal there's a presence of illegal repeaters in your area, kindly report it immediately to the NTC or Globe by filling out the form online, okay? Kasi ang Globe strongly supports the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals or UN SDGs, particularly UN SDG number 9, highlighting the roles of infrastructure and innovation as crucial drivers of economic growth and development. Okay? So kung meron po kayong nalalaman na naglalagay nitong mga illegal repeater na ito, paki-report lang. Okay? Kasi po, ninanakawan niya kayo ng bandwidth at kayong babagal ang internet nyo. Alright? So that's the news regarding that. Okay? Okay, so just in, no, mga bagong kaganapan. Okay? 16 hours fresh to, no, from the news regarding technology. Dito sa Pilipinas. Hold on a second, sorry. Ba't biglang umiinit na naman? Kanina malamig na. Anyway, so it's a Thursday already, guys, and things are really, things are happening so fast, okay? Gusto niyong may makalaman dito, okay? Regarding technology and bongo, okay? Usapan natin to. Technology and bongo. Anong connection, okay? Bongo's website, okay, was defaced. Okay? Ang kanyang website po ay hinak and defaced. Alright? This is coming from news from Manila Bulletin, no? Bongo's website was defaced and hacker pushes for vulnerability disclosure program. The website of Senator Bongo was hacked yesterday, the day the senator announced his withdrawal from the presidential race. Okay, Pinoy Grey Hats, a Filipino cybersecurity group, a Filipino cybersecurity group informed Manila Bulletin Tech News yesterday that a team member found a severe vulnerability on the senator's website. After a few hours, we got an update that personally identifiable information of volunteers for Go's presidential bid could be exposed and that the site was defaced. Okay? Ano itsura ng website niya? Huwag ko nang pakita. Anyway, ang Pinoy Grey Hats is a cybersecurity group, however, claimed that the hack was not a targeted attack. The site https kuyabongo.ph appeared to have multiple vulnerabilities. The group then exploited the misconfigurations in the website, conducted SQL injection attacks, and installed a backdoor to have complete control of the site. A member of the group also informed Manila Bulletin Tech News that they have no plans of exfiltrating the site's contents. They even put measures to secure the server and its contents from other hackers who might try to download the sensitive information. Okay, ito lang itsura nung hinak. Sige nga, pakita ko. Medyo nakakatawa eh. Pakita na lang natin. Alright? I want to show it. I think I want to show it. It's a little bit, well, it's not little bit. It's really funny. Okay, let me show you the hack site, no? Tada! Ito ang itsura. Okay, ng hack site ni Bongo. Kahapon to nangyari. Okay. Ayan. Okay, hold on. I'm just gonna prop it up, alright? So that you can see it. Mabagal yata ang aking laptop na yun. Okay, hold on. Okay, sorry. Okay, I'm gonna put it up. Okay, so his site was hacked. All right, and here I'll show you. There you go. Ayan ang itsura ng kanyang na-hack na website. Hippity-hoppity, your site is now my property. Sa tawa, diba? There. Yan ang itsura ng kanyang na-hack kaluoy na site. It happened daw nung right after in-announce niya na siya yung nag-withdraw from the presidency. Wow. Really? O baka di kaya naman pakanalang din nila yan. Ano yan? Okay. A member of the group also informed Manila Bulletin. He said that while we did not specifically target Bongo, we believe that he is the right person to listen to our concern once we show him that we are doing this for good. The group said, "We hope that as we show the good senator the dangers of the vulnerable site in exposing personal and sensitive data, the government would support cybersecurity professionals by pushing vulnerability disclosure programs for government websites and servers, right? Okay. Okay. Earlier this year, earlier this year, uh, Manila Bulletin Tech News reported the call of Filipino cybersecurity professionals for companies and government agencies to have a functional vulnerability disclosure program or VDP. According to BugCrowd, a crowdsourced security platform, a VDP is like a neighborhood watch. It encourages people to report something if they see suspicious activity. Useful naman yan. Dapat lang, di ba? Siguro dapat lang tayo magkaroon ng VDP. I think so too, right? Siguro naman talaga. It wouldn't hurt, right? It would actually help, right? Ayan. Ang gulo na ng ano ko. But, yeah. So, kasi if you see suspicious activity, you can report it. For instance, if you saw your neighbor's front door open, you would want to let them know about it. Ganun lang yun. But if you don't have your neighbor's contact information, how would you let them know that they left the door open, right? Vulnerability disclosure programs provide a way to report potential security risks and consistently and give a channel to know that someone got the message. Dito sa Pilipinas, when white hat hackers and IT professionals discover vulnerabilities on a website or server, it's almost certain that they would not find someone where they could send the report. Di ba? Hindi nila alam kung kanino napapadala o kanino na susumbong yung nalaman nila. With the rate white hat and other cybersecurity enthusiasts find vulnerabilities in the Philippines, it is crucial to have a channel to report them. It's only right, di ba? It won't do harm. It actually will do more good. As of this writing, yung defaced website ni Bongo is still up. Ang pangalan nun ay https kuyabongo.ph/assets and https://kuyabongo.ph. Okay? Yan ang kanyang website na na-hack. Alright? Ni Bongo. Okay? So, right? So, more news naman international that we can talk about. Okay? Okay na itong illegal repeaters. Tapos na yan. Okay? Alright. How about a Harvard nutritionist and brain expert says we have to avoid these 5 foods that weaken our memory and focus. Okay? Yeah. Mabuti ang information to have. Okay? So, let's talk about this. Alright? Alright. Let's talk about this now. Okay? Alright. So, a Harvard nutritionist and brain expert says there's 5 foods that we have to avoid. Okay? No matter how old you are, it's never too late to start eating in a way that gives you the best possible chance of staving off dementia as you age. Ayan na, sa mga ganyan. Sa nalalaman niyo ako, lumalapit-lapit na rin. Hindi naman sa dementia, but, my age, right? My age group. Wala, super lampas na wala sa kalendaryo. Long time ago. Okay, so 20 years nang wala sa kalendaryo yung birthday ko. Yung age. Anyway, so there are ways that you can stave off having dementia at your age and making sure that you feel focused and sharp pa rin every day. As a nutritional psychiatrist, faculty member at Harvard Medical School and author of the book, This is Your Brain on Food, he studied how gut bacteria can trigger metabolic processes and brain inflammation that impact memory. Yun pala. Existing studies point that the idea that we may be able to reduce the possibility of dementia by avoiding foods that can compromise our gut bacteria and weaken our memory and focus. Okay, ito ang mga pagkain to avoid so that we could cut back on fight inflammation and promote brain health, sharp thinking, and good decision making. Okay, handa na kayo? Ito ang mga bagay na dapat niyong wag kainin para wag kayong para wag ma-aggravate or ma-trigger yung inyong dementia or to avoid having dementia or Alzheimer's for that matter. Numero 1 sa listahan po ay added sugars. Okay? The brain uses energy in the form of glucose already as it is. Pag-process niya, kinakailangan yung glucose. This is a form of sugar to fuel cellular activities. However, a high sugar diet can lead to excess glucose in the brain, too much sweets in the brain, which studies have linked to many memory memory impairment o yung pagkawala ng memory or pagka-weaken ng memory, and less plasticity of the hippocampus, the part of the brain controlling the memory. See, ayan ang inaatake pala ng sugar yon. Oh my God. Consuming unhealthy processed foods like baked goods and soda, right, which are often loaded with refined and added sugars, often in the form of high fructose corn syrup, it floods the brain with too much glucose. Okay? Ano ba yan? Nabubulol na ako. Floods the brain. It floods the brain with masyadong asukal. Okay? So, consuming unhealthy processed foods like baked goods and soda, which are often loaded with refined and added sugars, often in the form of high fructose corn syrup, this floods the brain too much with glucose. Okay? Although each body has different needs, the American Heart Association recommends that women consume no more than 25 grams of added sugar per day, and men stay under 36 grams of added sugar per day. To figure out if a packaged food contains added sugars and how much, check the added sugars line in the nutrition facts panel of the American Heart Association's website. Okay, so number 1 na kailangan i-avoid, added sugars. Number 2, ayan naman, lahat na lang, fried foods. Oh my God. French fries, tempura, samosas, fish and chips, and chicken fried steak. Is your mouth watering? Well, I can understand why, but still, when it comes to brain health, it pays to reduce the amount of fried foods you eat. Okay? In fact, one study including 18,080 people found that a diet high in fried foods was linked to lower scores in learning and memory. Bumaba ang score ng mga kumakain ng mantika na fried. They likely reason. These guilty pleasures cause inflammation, which can damage the blood vessels that supply the brain with blood. Another study looked at 715 people and measured their levels of depression and mental resilience. It also documented their level of fried food consumption. Sure enough, researchers found out that those who consume, yung mga tao na mas kumain ng fried foods, were more likely to develop depression in their lifetime. O yan ang sinabi ng studies ha. They conducted a study sa 715 people and measured their levels of depression. At yun nga, nalaman doon na yung mas kumakain ng mga mamantika at fried things ay mas prone to depression sa lifetime nila, sa buhay nila. If you're eating fried foods daily, switch to weekly. If it's a weekly habit, try enjoying them just once a month. If you don't eat fried foods, you're already on your way to a happier time. Nga naman, okay? Yung mga hindi na kailangan yung hindi kumakain ng fried foods. Mas nabubuhay ng masaya daw. Okay? Number 3, highly glycemic load carbohydrates. Oh my God. So sugar, and then fried, and now carbohydrates. Even if high carbohydrate foods, for example, bread, pasta, and anything else made from refined flour, don't taste sweet, your body, even if they don't taste sweet like yung mga wheat, no? Your body still processes them in much the same way it does with sugar, okay? That means they can also raise your risk for depression. Don't panic. I'm not going to suggest eliminating carbs from your diet completely, but the quality of the carbs that you eat matter most. Okay. All right. In 2018, researchers sought to evaluate which particular carbohydrates, if any, had any association with depression. They administered a questionnaire called the carbohydrate. Ano ba yan? Itong 2018, there was a research, they commissioned a questionnaire called the Carbohydrate Quality Index to 15,000, mas marami, 546 participants, okay? Better quality carbohydrates were defined, ano yun, ang mga good quality, whole grains, okay? Foods that are high in fiber, and those rank low on the glycemic index. The glycemic index is a measure of how quickly foods convert to glucose when broken down during digestion. The faster a food turns into glucose in the body, the higher its GI ranking. Researchers discovered that people who had the highest score on the carbohydrate quality index, meaning they were eating better quality carbs, were 30% less likely to develop depression than those who were eating high GI carbs. Okay? So, yung mga mas ma-high pa ang score on the carbohydrate quality index, they were eating better quality carbs. Okay? Kaya sila yung mas nag-excel dito nung tinest. High GI carbs include, ano to, mga kakainin nyo, potatoes, white bread, and white rice. Oh my God, it's all white things, not non-fat. Kala ko wheat. Honey, orange juice, and wholemeal breads are medium GI foods. Low GI foods include green vegetables, most fruits, raw carrots, kidney beans, chickpeas, and lentils. Alright? Okay, ang last na on the item kasi wala na tayong oras. Ang last thing to remove is alcohol. Tara! Yan yata parang the 5 vices of being sick. Sugar, fried mantika, fried things, okay? Alcohol, and high glycemic load carbo, okay? We often encounter people who live stressful lives, okay, in our everyday occurrence. The work hard, play hard mindset often leads to heavy drinking on weekends as a way to relieve stress. While drinking might make them relax in the moment, they pay for it the next morning and they wake up jittery with brain fog. Arcana Singh Manu, a research professor and director at the French Institute of Health and Medical Research, and her colleagues followed 9,087 people over 23 years to see how alcohol related to the incidence of dementia. O sige, ito naman sa French Institute of Health and Medical Research that conducted ng study, 9,087 naman na tao over 23 years, okay? Para i-check ang dementia. Bakit ang tagal? Okay? In 2018, the British Medical Journal, they reported that people who had abstained from alcohol, abstained, okay? Yung mga taong hindi na nag-abstain or hindi na nag-uminom from completely or who consumed more than 14 drinks per week had a higher risk of dementia compared to those who drank alcohol in moderation. So yun na nga, yung mga makakainom ng 14 drinks at a time or per week and run the risk of being, having dementia, ayun yung magbabawalan din na uminom ng alak. Okay? Nakakababaw ng memory. In general, men who consume more than 14 drinks per week or more than 4 drinks in a single day, okay, at least once a month are considered to be heavy drinkers. As are women who drink more than 7 drinks per week or 3 drinks per day. But different people, okay, respond differently to alcohol abuse, okay? When you work with anxious patients who drink, you always ask them to consider the context in which they might be using alcohol in an unhealthy way. For instance, using drinking as a means of coping with something they are trying to avoid and considering moderating the amount they drink. Okay, all right. With that said, okay, I'd like to end our episode for today, all right? We talked about recycling face shields, di ba? We talked about kahapon na ang printer, pwede kang ma-hack through your printer. And we were able to talk about the 5 foods that weaken memory and focus, which are sugar, okay, oil, fried food, uh, what else? Carbohydrates, right? Alcohol. Okay, at yung number 5 doon ay nitrates. Kasi nitrates used as a preservative and to enhance color in deli slices and cured meats like bacon, salami, and sausage. Nitrates may be connected with depression. One recent study even suggests that nitrates can alter gut bacteria in such a way to tip the scales toward bipolarity or disorder. Oh my gosh. If you simply can't live without salami and sausages, seek out those containing buckwheat flour, which is used as a filler. Okay? So yan po ang aking balita tungkol sa 5 dangerous foods not to take kung ayaw nyo magkaroon ng dementia or Alzheimer's. With that said, I'd like to say goodbye for now. See you tomorrow. Meron pa ho tayong isang araw, Thursday, to be with you. And I hope you guys have a good lunch. As I'm gonna have a good lunch po, inihaw na ribs, inihaw na liempo, and pinakbet, bagnet. That's our lunch for today. Thank you so much. Please always have faith, hope, and love in your hearts for everyone. Maraming salamat po. See you tomorrow.
Inyong natunghayan at napakinggan ang mga makabagong pamamaraan sa mundo ng online sa pamamagitan pa rin ng Broad Streamcast Communicators. Hanggang sa muli, maraming salamat po.